Hello everyone, here I am today to give you a tutorial on success. So what part of success am I going to be talking about today? Well, the answer is I wanted to talk about one of these rare phenomenon that really keeps a lot of people away from actually achieving what they want to achieve when it comes to success, okay? And the reason for this, I'm going to really describe it more metaphorically about it being a race. As I previously talked about life being a marathon and not a sprint, the same thing kind of applies here when it comes to running. So what I want to look at life being here is like when you're training for a marathon, say, you do all this training, you get in shape, you're ready to, run over, like, at times you're practicing running over 17 miles because you need to be able to make the whole 26.2 mile distance. And then it's a question, okay, well, like, I'm ready on race day. And so a lot of people prep up for whatever project they're going to do. If it's going to be like writing something, if it's going to be speaking for something, if it's going to be like, success at trading or marketing or videos or anything. So many things have this rare phenomenon of being exponentially, like, having an exponential growth equation instead of what we normally tend to expect of a linear growth equation. So often we're expecting linear growth like it's a race where we're saying, okay, I'm going to run 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles, then 4 miles, etc. until I reach my 26 mile, goal here. And so they kind of start out just doing that, running the distance, and they think, okay, I should be at the 1 mile point, I should be at the 2 mile point, I should be, etc., etc., etc. But a lot of times when it comes to success, particularly on things that are going to be, you need to hit a certain critical mass, like on a number of videos or a number of kind of marketing connections or amount of trading knowledge, all those kind of things. There's kind of a critical mass component, and until you actually hit it there, you feel like you're going absolutely nowhere because it kind of just seems like all the work you're putting in is giving you no return. And so people really do not like to do things when they're not getting any return out of it. There's this like psychology idea of random rewards are one of the most inspiring things when somebody's randomly like rewarded for something. But if you're just either punished for it every time or you're rewarded for it every time, if you like get rewarded for something every single time and then you stop getting rewarded for it, you're not going to do it anymore. But this is really hard when it comes to success because so much of it is exponential growth. It's like you're running that race going, whoa, 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 I'm going to win. But you keep finding yourself at mile number 1. And you're like, what the hell here? Okay, like I've run like 20 miles. Why am I at mile 1? And you're exhausted because you thought I'm going to be at mile 20 by now. I'm going to complete this marathon. And so you keep finding yourself over and over again, though, at mile 1. Like you trained up for race day, but as soon as you've shown up, you're just running and you're still at mile 1. That's really the success infuriating process to so many people because a lot of it is this grind of I'm still at mile 1, I'm still at mile 1, why am I still at mile 1? Because they put in a lot of time, they did everything right, but they don't understand that really it's not a linear growth equation, okay? It's exponential. So what they're going to do is they're going to find themselves running the first 2 miles really slowly, and then they're going to find a speed boost basically that's going to allow them to run every other mile in 30 seconds or less. So really, it's that knowledge that there will be a speed boost, that it won't just continue on like that forever. Because as we know, a linear growth equation just kind of just goes at the same rate there. But an acceleration kind of growth equation, an exponential growth equation, is going to shoot up at some point. Okay, you put in a little bit of time, little bit of time, little bit of time, and it doesn't seem to give you much of a result. But soon enough, you put in the same amount of time, and it will give you a massive result, more than the linear growth equation ever could. Now, this is just one of the tricky parts of success. A lot of it is so much about exponential growth. So a lot of it, you're going to find yourself running, and you're going to find yourself going basically nowhere. Here I am at mile 1. Here I still am at mile 1, even though you put in enough work to run 20 miles. And this is really where you need the subconscious mind on your side. If you don't have the subconscious mind on your side, it's going to want you to quit, it's going to want you to give up, it's going to want all that kind of stuff. But when you really stick to it and you really have the subconscious mind working with you instead of against you, then it can inspire you to stay through the grind, to keep going at it until you do hit the point of exponential growth. Because you really have to believe that it's there. If you don't believe that it's there, then you're not getting rewarded for what you're doing. That's why so many people have issue earning passive income, building up like their blogs or their YouTube channels even, or their their kind of content, their marketing material, anything they're really trying to build up. even trading knowledge, from my experience, can be one of those things where it can even take years to build up enough like understanding of the systems and of the psychology of it to be extremely successful at it. Look at big companies like, at this time, Uber. Uber is still a company that is not even profitable, okay? And the idea, they have a solid model that may lead to profitability, but at this point, they're still draining investor capital all the time. But they're not concerned about that because of the potential in the future. Hitting that point where the startup now becomes going from a point of losing profit for a number of years to becoming profitable. So many things are really an exponential growth equation, and it's really about hitting that cusp, hitting that critical mass. And the only way to really inspire yourself to do that is if you can stay true to the vision. So many people have such a hard time staying true to the vision because they don't visualize it enough. They don't see themselves as that success, that, extremely successful person, that person that gets all these great things, because they will get them if they keep at it. If you keep programming your subconscious mind, keep using the affirmations, and keep on the grind. But you really can't do it unless you believe in it, because you're not getting so many rewards until the very end where you get like all the rewards. It's like going 10 years like working and believing that they're going to be Christmas presents, and then none of them show up for 10 years, and then on the 11th year, 10 years worth of Christmas presents show up. If you don't stick by working at, all those 10 years, you're not going to make it to the point, and you're going to stop believing in Christmas presents ever showing up because they kept not showing up all those years. But as Napoleon Hill says, when big money actually comes, it comes so fast that you're going to wonder where it was through all those lean years. The same thing applies here, okay? It's going to be so long where you're doing the grind and your subconscious mind is handing you good ideas, and even when you go with them, it's still going to be difficult. But then there will be that exponential growth point where you hit the curve and now you're running up the side of a building, basically. That kind of speed to you. Anywho, that's about it for this video. It's all about exponential growth and really getting that subconscious mind to believe in it and see that that's really the process that gets you to success. Anyway, that's about it for this one. I will see you guys next time with our next tutorial or whatever on this channel. So yeah, see you then, and I hope you enjoyed.